Biggest community involvement was being a teacher.
Okay.
And, naturally, if you work with people's kids, that is a very high level of trust.
Yeah.
And it certainly takes a certain amount of skill also to be productive in that role.
Mm-hmm.
And in any small town, I think word travels fast for better and for worse. So if I had been a mediocre teacher, then I don't think I'd be winning any elections. Certainly other ways to get involved in the community and build up that kind of support if one's goal is to, giving a run for office a try.
Yeah.
And the things I look for as a voter, I look for people who genuinely volunteer their time and don't look for a payoff.
Yeah.
I often make the illusion that serving on the city council or being the mayor, frankly, is similar to being, a board member on a nonprofit, or serving as the president of the PTA, or being an umpire in the Little League, or helping put on the flower show. Personally, I would put a lot of credence into those things because I know those things make Coronado the community we all admire and adore, and I know that those people do it because they love the organization they're working for. They don't want to see something go away that would go away if people don't volunteer. And so that's literally the type of leadership I look for when I decide who I'm going to vote for school board or city council. A good leader, you don't have to mention you did it. People know it. People thank you for it. You humbly accept thanks, but you're not looking for credit and kudos and names on things. And oddly enough, elections are a reflection of that. That if you really have been giving honest service to your community and you haven't been looking for, a lot of pats on the back, then I think an election is the community's opportunity to tell you, we appreciate your work, or sometimes it's the community's opportunity to tell you, I don't know who you are. The most crucial element of leadership, in my opinion, is vision. And vision means a number of things, but number one, vision means you understand what you're trying to accomplish. You understand what the parameters are. You understand what the constraints are. And another element I would focus on is understanding the organization you're about to join. So first, there's your own vision, your own concept or idea of what needs to be done and how you're going to do it or how you're going to lead it. That's one element of leadership. But another element of leadership, and it's relevant in terms of teaching or being the mayors and so on, is understanding accurately what you're getting into. Understanding accurately what the strengths and weaknesses are of the organization you're choosing to be a part of. And then understanding accurately where you fit into that organization and the ways you could implement change or the ways you could choose not to implement change. I used to think it'd be important to me to wear the nicest suit I could find, a nice shirt, a nice tie. And I actually remember that one of my goals when I first started teaching was to try to look better dressed than the principal and things like that. And at some point I've gone the opposite way where I don't try to look like a slob or anything, but I just don't see a point in not being comfortable. And I don't see a point in not being comfortable with who you are. I think if you are lucky enough to figure out who you are, then you ought to be willing to be that person. And so, I know a lot of times people are, I hope they're not put off, but I think they're amused by the fact that I don't dress up more or things like that. And people seem to notice when I am wearing shoes because I've apparently decided it's important enough for that. But I mention that because I do think vision's important. You're not going to be a successful leader if you don't understand what you need to accomplish. You're not going to be a successful leader if you don't understand the organization you're moving into and who the people are and the personalities. And I actually don't think one will be an effective leader if you end up scaring all of your employees.